Okay, 40%. Yep, this is looking good. Okay.
Sorry.
Dang it, Monica!
I'm just not up to snuff.
What's up, everyone? Affix bonus week is here, and it occurred to me that some of you might not know how to upslot your items. Maybe you got a Trailblazer that doesn't have quite enough augments, or you just want to get your item a little bit more awesome. This will teach you how to do it. If you've never done this before, you're going to need to get some augment aids here. I have plus 10, plus 30, and plus 40. You probably already have a bunch of plus 10s if you've ever enhanced an item, because you get a bunch for just enhancing. But if you want to get the plus 30 and plus 40, you need to come over here to the X Cube exchange shop. Here, and scroll down all the way past all the stuff to right about here. And there you go. Not the enhancement aid, you want the augment aid. So it's going to be 20 X cubes and 100 X cubes. So you're going to go through a lot of X cubes with these. Also, if you don't already know, the X weapon minis here, that's a great way to enhance items to plus 35. So definitely pick that up if you don't already have those. Also, if you need lambda grinders, you can get them here. 10 X cubes a pop. Anyway, once you're done with all that, you're going to jump off here and go down to Monica or Dudu. I prefer Monica, but you do you. And we're going to go to Affix Augments here. So as I scroll down here, let me say that when you're upslotting, you want to find augments that have a 100% chance to affix. So here, the SAF always has a 100% chance, and I have a bunch of level 1 stats. Level 1 stats, level 1 wards will give you 100% chance. Anyway, so our glycine that I want to upslot is 4 slots. So we're going to get some 4 slot, some 5 slot, and some 6 slot fodder from my fodder storage here. When you affix, you need to have at the very least the same number or more slots in the weapons as the item you're trying to affix. So just grab a bunch of fodder. Nothing special about this, it's just generic fodder. Alright, so here's the glycine one upslot. We're going to check it has no compatibilities for any SOGs, which makes it harder to upslot, and I'll get more to that later. Anyway, so this item here, I'm just going to use this as fodder probably. I can see I need to get 5 100% augments on this, and it looks like, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Looks like that should work, so I'll go ahead and select that. And you'll see we have 5 100% augments we can select, so go ahead and select those. But when we select the 5th one, which will be our upslot, it lowers the percentages on all the augments down to 60%. So we're going to go ahead and confirm for right now, but remember we do have augmentation aids, so we can actually boost that to 100% if we wanted, or to 70. It is boost week, so we're getting an extra 10% here, which is nice. But to see what the chance of this actually succeeding is, we need to multiply all the percentages together. So in this case, it would be 0.7 to the 5th power, and that's going to give us a grand total of 16.8% chance of this actually working, which is not very good. So I'm going to go back over here and change it to 30%. Now, let's see what this is going to be. So 0.9, that's going to give us about 59% chance of succeeding, which, it's good enough for me. I'm going to roll the dice on this and see what happens. Oh, and we managed to get it to happen. Of course, if we had gone 40%, it would have been 100% chance. But, roll the dice a little bit, see what we get. So, go ahead and try doing this again. We notice now that we can only select 5 slotters. So I'm going to look for something that gives us, 5 100% chances, and this Vita does. So go ahead and select all. I guess I only. Yep. There's 7 100%. Don't necessarily need the SAF one, but as you can see now we're at 55% chance. With a full 40 or a full 30% chance, we're going to get 300 million% success. I did that wrong. Let's try this again. I need to put a decimal place there. And we're getting 37% chance of this succeeding, which is not terribly high. If we change it to a 40% boost, that's not the right number. Come on. Okay, so 95 to 6, 73% chance, 73.5% chance. You know, better, but you know, I feel like rolling the dice, so I'm just gonna do, you know, the other one. And Monica comes through with us again. Look at that, we have a 6 slotter now. Easy peasy. Let's see if we can go for 7 slots. All right, so I'm gonna grab this, you know, start selecting my 100%. Look, now we're down to 45% chance base, up to 75% with a plus 30, and we're doing, it's 7 augments, so it's 0.75 to the 7th power. That gives us only a 13.3% chance of it succeeding. If we do the 40% boost, we get a 32% chance of it succeeding. So our chance of succeeding here is pretty small. You know, only 1 in 3 is this going to work. So let's go ahead and give it a try and see what happens here. And massive failure. Just, very disappointing. But, you know, it's okay. You can just start over again if you really need to. You know, you can just keep doing this as many times as you have fodder and boosts for. So, I'm gonna try it again, get it to 4, no problem. Yeah, so in case it wasn't clear, it does get exponentially harder the more slots it has to upslot, you know. Percentages go down and the number of times you have to succeed goes up. So generally I wouldn't try upslotting past 6 on most items, it just gets ridiculously difficult. Oh, failed again right there. I think the chance to get a full 8 slot upslot is about 16%, which is pretty low. So if you really want to try for 8 slots on most items, it's going to be a lot of trial and error. But there are tricks you can do to help increase your chances, so I'm going to show you that right now. So I have this val here with just 1 augment on it, and we're going to go ahead and get that to 2. Just going to pick a piece of fodder here. Doesn't really matter what. Yeah, this one's fine. And we're going to put this one, and there we go. And our chance is 95%. So we can actually use just a 10% boost here to get 100%, which is no reason not to. We have plenty of 10%ers. But before we go back and try to augment this to 3, we're going to go back here and transfer SOGs to it, because remember, SOGs are always 100% transfer, even when you're upslotting. So I'm just going to find a trash X augment here that I can throw on there. Let's see. Yeah, let's grab this. And this is actually why I keep just plus 35s with the SOG SAFs here, just so I can put them in the compatibility slots for upslotting. So boom, transfer that over. Now we have 2 S augments here, and when I go back and try to upslot this, where is it? There it is. We have 2 SOGs on here. We'll always have 100% transfer rate. So when I pick my fodder to upslot, you'll see the top 2 are 100%, only the bottom one is 85%. And boom, we only have to worry about the 185 chance to upslot here. And now we have 3 slots. This val can take 3 SOGs, so I could put yet another S-grade augment on this to fill up that 3rd slot, and then that'll make it even easier to upslot to 4 slots. Just put on these 3. Boom. Done. And then when we try to upslot this again, just gonna pick some fodder. Pick our val, and then we'll just pick whatever fodder we want. This will probably work. Yeah, that'll work. Oh, that won't work. Need something with 100% base, so let me just find something really quick. There we go. 2, 3. Boom. Only those 3 are still 1%. Only the bottom one is 70%. So we only have to worry about that one. We'll never lose more than 1 slot. Well, we'll never lose our 3 slots. We'll always have those 3 slots because they're always going to be 1%. And boom, like just like that, we have 4 slots. And you can, and so now when we upslot this, it's those 3 slots are never going to get lost. They're always going to be there. So you only have to worry about the other slots you're adding. And that makes it much, much easier to upslot. So if you're upslotting an atlas, that gives you 4 S slots. Yeah, so using this trick, you can greatly increase the chance of upslotting, you know, your amazing items. All right, so let's review. First of all, always use augments with 100% base chance. Your goal is upslotting, not affixing. 2, do the math. You know, seeing a bunch of 80s or 90s might make it seem like it's going to have a high chance of success, but once you do the math, you might realize that your chances are much lower than you expected. And finally, fill all the S slots on an item if you can. It will greatly increase your chances of successfully upslotting, since those will always transfer at 100%. Anyway, that's going to do it for this guide. I hope you found it useful. Good luck affixing, and happy upslotting!